Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner ran on a platform of reform, decriminalizing drugs and deprioritizing other crimes. And even though homicides and shootings have increased in that city, the voters of Philadelphia say they wanted more.
We in this movement for criminal justice reform just won a big one.
Yeah. It was a contentious race, but Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner will continue to ride his progressive wave of reform.
Not ideas, not promises, but realities.
With 65% of the vote, Krasner soared past his Democratic opponent, former prosecutor Carlos Vega, to win the primary, showing despite Krasner's decision to stop prosecuting certain crimes and the impact it's had on Philly's neighborhoods, the voters were willing to give him 4 more years.
We should give the families of victims or possible victims what they want, and that is prevention of the crime that is so scarring.
But seemingly that prevention work has yet to kick in, as Philadelphia remains on track to hit 600 homicides this year.
And you're seeing increased murders, increased violent crimes.
Zach Smith is a legal fellow at the Heritage Foundation.
Crime is going to increase.
He and his team have been researching the impact policies like Krasner's are having on cities across the country.
Many of these cities, it's the victims that are forgotten. And often it's poor and minority communities that bear the brunt of increased crime, especially increased violent crime.
Which raises the question,
I think it's extremely important,
how Krasner was able to pull off a win amid the loss of public safety.
I think it is a cultural and social situation.
Political analyst John Dede says while people may be fed up with growing crime, some are more frustrated with the relationship between the community and police.
They are frustrated with policing. And I think in many ways what was going on in Philadelphia was a referendum on that,
which he says could play well for other progressive prosecutors like Marilyn Mosby, who claim to be tough on cops but light on minor crimes.
I think you're going to see a continual pendulum swing towards these type of reforms, and then we'll find out 10 years down the road how well they work.
But in a city like Baltimore, which has seen more than 2,000 people murdered since 2015, the experiment Marilyn Mosby is conducting could mean another 4,000 people lose their lives over the next decade if the trend continues. Larry Krasner does face a Republican opponent in the upcoming general election for Philadelphia District Attorney, but in the widely Democratic city, that may just be a formality. As for Marilyn Mosby, she's up for re-election next year. Dan Lamparello, Fox 45 News.